My acting portfolio isn't very large. As of now, I've only been in a handful of projects, and while I'd like to be in more, that isn't my strong suit. I'm not terrible at it, but I haven't made it my primary career goal. I've focused more of my creative talents on screenwriting, but the few acting experiences I've had have all been quite enjoyable. I've had a lot of fun playing Communist General, and there are other characters I've been wanting to play more of too, such as Clorox Man. But when I think about these things, I sometimes look back to my earliest acting experiences. I've taken a couple of acting classes, and thank goodness I did, because I was a terrible actor until then. I mean, look at the videos I tried to act in back in 2017. Oh wait, you can't, because they're private. But, the trust me, it was awful. That's probably why I never landed any roles higher than a background character in any school plays. And speaking of school plays, I've been in quite a few of those. Okay, I've been in like 3, but at least it's something. In my freshman year of high school, I played the character Curio in 12th Night of the Living Dead and Sketch in Hairspray. I also played Luigi in the school musical back in 4th grade, but that's a story for another day. But even that wasn't my first role. Technically, my earliest acting experience was Snoopy in A Charlie Brown Christmas, which was done by my church at the time when I was 4. But I didn't have any lines, and it wasn't a very long performance either. We only did a couple of scenes, I believe. I don't remember much about it, but that's understandable considering I was only 4 years old. So what's my real first acting experience? Not school plays or church performances. What is the first filmed experience I've had as an actor? Well, it's my brother's 4th grade school project. Now, I know that doesn't sound like much, but trust me, this was big. For school project standards, I mean. Most people were doing PowerPoint presentations or showing how to make things in class, but what we did was far beyond that. An episode of a spoof cooking show. So the project was supposed to be a tutorial of some kind. Each student would teach the class how to do something. I had to do the same project eventually too, but I was in 5th grade, not 4th. And my project sucked balls. I chose to do a fucking PowerPoint on Minecraft, and it wasn't even a good presentation either. Our computer had a bunch of viruses on it, so making the presentation wasn't even fun, because I had to constantly restart the computer. It was a Windows 7, I believe, too. I think I have it around here somewhere, I don't know. But this isn't about my tutorial project. This is about my brother's. And for this project, he wanted to take things a step further. He came up with the idea of a cooking show episode, and when he told my dad about it, he was happy to help produce it. In fact, he did most of the work himself. He wrote the script, including 3 commercials, and edited the footage in Cyberlink Power Director. That program helped us create a DVD menu for it when we burned it onto a few DVDs. 3 to be exact. 2 DVDs contained the original and unaltered episode, but the other one had one of the commercials edited out because I thought it was creepy back then. I was in 1st grade, okay? I was kind of a pussy. But once the script was finished, we filmed everything over the course of a single day. It featured me, my brother, obviously, my sister, who I'll edit out for privacy reasons, and my father. Once we filmed everything, my father went to a website where you could download music and sound effects for free. This was just a school project that would only be seen by a select number of teachers and students at our school, so we didn't want to spend any money on the sound department, when he could easily just download everything he needed for free. But after only a few days, the project was finished, and his teacher, who later became my teacher, adored it. She ended up showing it to her class every year until she moved down to 2nd grade, where students would no longer make those types of projects. She even gave us her copy of the DVD back, which was good because we lost the other 2 copies. We even lost that copy at a U-Haul storage unit, but we found it again and ripped it onto my computer so we wouldn't have to fear it becoming lost media. Thank goodness we did rip it, because we lost that copy of the DVD again after that. I'm sure we'll find it again someday, but as it stands, the only copy I can access right now is the one on my PC. And that's what I'll be dedicating most of this video to. I'll be going over the video and explaining a few things, like giving behind-the-scenes trivia and context to certain things. I thought it would be fun to do, considering it'll be turning 15 years old this month. That's right, this video was made in April of 2009, and I'm not just making an analysis of it to mark the occasion. No, it's a lot more than that. More on that later. But for now, let's look into What's Cooking with Tom, my brother's 4th grade school project and my first filmed appearance as an actor.
It's time for What's Cooking with Tom Morse.
So for the intro and outro music, he chose the Monsters Inc. theme, which is copyrighted, so I'll have to edit that out to avoid being copyright struck.
And now, here he is, the king of the kitchen, the Duke of Donuts, the Baron of Baking, Tom Morse.
Notice how Tom isn't even looking at the camera for this. He has a very peculiar expression as well. Funnily enough, we've set that as a thumbnail for our family group chat to Tom's face here, because it's hilarious.
Thank you and welcome to another exciting episode of What's Cooking. Today we're going to be making chocolate brownies with...
Why is he looking to the sides like this is some sort of big secret? He's saying this on video, so I don't think secrecy is needed here.
chocolate cream cheese frosting.
Yeah, chocolate cream cheese frosting. And nice cut there, by the way. It's totally not obvious. Also, does chocolate cream cheese frosting really sound appetizing? Chocolate and cream cheese mixed together doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, I thought like that. You're very lucky to have our special guest chefs, my brother and sister.
Oh boy, here we go.
Hey, Morse, come on in, you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to censor that too.
How have you been doing? Great. Do you know what we're cooking?
Wow, thanks, Tom. So you care how our sister's doing, but not me. I see how it is.
We're cooking
Why am I talking like this?
chocolate brownies with chocolate cream cheese frosting.
Okay, this part here was improvised by me. I was supposed to just say what we were cooking, but I decided to do what Tom did earlier, and my dad thought it was perfect.
What kind of chocolate things do you like?
I like chocolate chip cookies, chocolate milk, and chocolate Hershey bars with candy in it.
What I meant to say here is chocolate Hershey bars with caramel in them, not candy. But I was obsessed with those back then. They were my favorite type of candy, and it really sucks that they don't exist anymore. Life without them has never been the same since.
What kind of chocolate things do you like?
I like chocolate chips and chocolate milk, and I like chocolate ice cream.
And chocolate mousse, and chocolate cake, and chocolate fudge, and chocolate cereal, and chocolate turnovers from Arby's, and chocolate brownies, and chocolate syrup, yes, I drink that raw, and chocolate frosting, and chocolate protein bars, and chocolate coffee, and chocolate covered human, and...
Do you like anything else?
Tom, let her speak! She's not done yet! And how dare you? We both said 3 things already, and yet you want her to continue? You clearly have a favorite sibling.
I like chocolate
Milk?
She already said that. Also, look how impatient I'm getting here. Listen, kid. This is Tom's show, not yours. You don't need to be in the spotlight 24/7.
chocolate Hershey bars.
Okay.
Damn it. I should have said that. No, wait, I did. It was just caramel-filled ones, specifically. The normal ones are pretty good, though.
Now, before we do anything, we gotta wash our hands.
I'm not even paying attention anymore. I'm too focused on the map behind us. I was kind of a geography whiz kid back then. All thanks to that Geo Challenge game on Facebook. Life has never been the same since it shut down.
Remember, you should always wash your hands to get germs off.
I don't know why we're washing our hands in the bathroom. We have a sink in the kitchen, so we could have just washed them there.
You don't want to spread germs to other people and get them sick. Now that our hands are all nice and clean.
Wait, why is he alone now? You were just with him a second ago. Tom, what happened to us? Where did we go? Did you kill us off screen? Well, clearly not, because I'm still here. But maybe the message here was that we were the germs all this time.
We need the ingredients to make our tasty treats. First, we need 1 cup of butter.
Here's the butter.
Thank you.
Oh, there we are. We were just gathering the ingredients for him because we're slaves. I get it now.
Thanks. Now we need all-purpose flour.
Whoa, you didn't have to bring the entire thing. You just need 2/3 of a cup. I mean, I brought the sugar in a cup earlier, so that really wasn't necessary.
Now we need baking soda. Thanks! Alright, that's all we need.
Wow. Even back then, I was a neat freak. Everything had to be organized or arranged a certain way.
Now, let's get cooking!
Yeah, a baseball sound is totally fitting.
Remember to preheat the oven for 350 degrees.
Why am I pinching my ears here?
Remember to preheat the oven. I forgot a couple times and it made me real mad. That reminds me of a joke.
Oh boy, here it comes.
What did the Italian cook do when he got mad at a customer?
I don't know. What?
He gave him a piece of...
Nah, I'm just kidding. That was part of the gag reel. Yes, there's a gag reel, by the way.
What did the Italian chef do when he got mad at a customer?
I don't know. What?
He gave him a pizza of his mind.
I see your sense of humor still hasn't gotten any better past me. Considering my most common punchline in my jokes is pineapple pizza. I will never stop joking about it until people finally admit it's an abomination.
Now we have to coarsely chop this unsweetened chocolate.
That's not gonna be coarsely chopped if you do it like that. It's just gonna be stuck to the blades of the slap chopper, whatever you call it.
Toasted unsweetened.
You didn't chop that, did you? It's true, he didn't. Our dad had to chop it himself off screen. My brother had weak 4th grade arms, so he couldn't do it himself.
I am turning the oven to low. And now I am going to then you put the butter in the saucepan. Then you put in the unsweetened chocolate.
Tom, that's not how you should put the unsweetened chocolate in. By the way you're doing it, you're lucky half the pieces didn't miss the pot.
I have peeled this butter off the top, and I am now painting using this butter like a crayon to grease the pan so it won't stick.
Want to do another take for that? Nah, I guess not, because you've already started using the butter.
I am now going to mix this 1 cup of sugar into this cold chocolate mixture. I am now stirring the sugar with the chocolate.
Oh my science, stop saying, I am now. Hey, here's a drinking game for all of you at home. Every time Tom says, I am now, or I will now, take a drink. You will die.
I will now add the eggs into this.
Tom, you need a little help cracking that egg? It doesn't look like you understand how hard you need to hit. Oh, nope, you got it.
Oh. I will now do the same with the other egg.
Okay, you don't need to notify us about every single thing you do. We can see what you're doing.
I will now pour in the chocolate mixture.
You're a great cook. Have you ever won an award?
Well, I did have an honorary degree at Wisconsin University. I'm a cheese whiz!
What was your first job as a cook?
Well, I did work at McDonald's as a hamburger helper.
You can tell my dad wrote this script because of how many dad jokes there are. They're so awful that they're actually admirable.
We'll be back after these breaks!
I'm pretty sure he meant after these messages or after this short break, but whatever.
Rated E10 for ages 10 and up.
Oh no, I can't play this. I'll get copyright struck up the ass. I make YouTube poop, so I know how shitty the YouTube copyright system is. I guess I'll just have to skip most of it, but for this, my brother wanted to include a trailer for the Sonic and the Secret Rings game that had come out like a couple of years earlier. It was one of his favorite games at the time, and it's one of my favorite Sonic games too, but he was the one who was more into Sonic back then. But my father wasn't able to find a trailer for that, so he just went with the closest game to it, which was, unfortunately, Sonic 06. Right as the trailer is about to end, though, he decides to cut to my brother playing Sonic and the Secret Rings on the Wii in our garage. You thought we wouldn't notice the difference, huh, Dad? Well, we do.
This is cool!
Why is he closing one of his eyes like that? If you're trying to wink, you just have to do that for a brief moment.
Oh, you're back! If you're just joining us, it's time to make like mustard and ketchup.
At least he realizes how bad that joke is.
I said it's time to make like mustard and ketchup. Oh, never mind. While the brownies are cooking, it's time to prepare the frosting.
Well, just hope there isn't any mustard and ketchup in those.
I'm going to pour this 1 cup of unsweetened chocolate inside this pan and stir it till it's creamy.
You might be able to hear it in the background, but I think I was watching cartoons while they were filming this, and I didn't care that I'd be interrupting him, so I just kept on watching.
After the chocolate is cooled down, we add in the 6 ounces of
Whatever the fuck this is.
Next, we add in a half cup of powdered sugar.
Okay, right here you might notice the change of lighting and attitude. It's getting pretty late at this point, so my brother was tired and wanted to just get this over with. That's why he doesn't seem very enthusiastic here.
How are we doing on time? Time! This reminds me of a joke. Ever heard about the hungry clock?
Hungry clock?
Hungry clock?
I'm not mishearing that. There's no R there.
How hungry was it?
It came back for seconds. We'll be back after these breaks.
Alright, so I noticed his tone was very similar to the last time he said this, so I synced up the footage to see how close they were. And as it turns out, it's the exact same footage. I guess that take was just so good that my dad had to use it twice. Okay, so I edited the third trailer back in because the copy we had was the one without that trailer. Luckily, my dad had uploaded it to his YouTube channel back then, so it was easy to put back in.
This is where the terror began. They had no idea of the horror that was about to be unleashed.
Oh, nice! Thanks for doxing us, Dad. Thank goodness the numbers on our house are too blurry to read. Otherwise, we'd have to take down the original video.
They were just trying to save money by saving the leftovers. But after 2 months...
I didn't even notice this until recently, but there are radioactive material containers in there. I guess it explains why the leftovers mutated.
Honey? We're all out of regular Coke. Will Diet Coke do? Okay, well... What the heck is that?
This was the part that I didn't like as a kid. I didn't like seeing my dad die, even if it was only fictional. Guess I didn't know how acting worked back then.
Leftovers. This time, we're on the menu.
You know, for 2009 YouTube standards, this is actually decent editing. So, props to you, Dad.
Rated PG. Parental guidance. Digested.
If it's a horror movie, why is it rated PG? Shouldn't that be rated R? Or at least PG-13?
Man, this refrigerator is filthy.
What the fuck? A refrigerator? And filthy? Did I not know? Oh no, now I remember. Up until like 2nd grade, I think, I just refused to pronounce words with TH in them correctly. The would become duh, and filth would become filth. I don't know why it was that way. I guess it was just stupid.
Wow, this stuff works. It works just like magic.
Yeah, that was cool, huh? Well, sadly, I didn't actually disappear as much as I wish I would. In actuality, my dad just told me to run off screen to the right, and he'd cut out the part with me running away, so it looked like I just disappeared. I know a magician's not supposed to reveal his tricks, but this was 15 years ago, so I don't think it really matters anymore. Funnily enough, though, that bottle of 409 there, we still have it. We just refill it with homemade 409 whenever it gets empty. We had that same fridge up until like a year ago, too. We don't tend to replace our stuff very often.
Harry Potter All-Purpose Cleaner, the official cleaning product of Hogwarts.
Oh, not again, Dad. Now I'm gonna have to do even more editing. Why'd you have to use copyrighted music? Why didn't you use Kevin MacLeod music or something?
It works like magic.
Hello, can anybody see me?
No. And he was never seen again. Wait, what am I talking about? You see me right now.
Welcome back to What's Cooking?
The brownies are done! The brownies are done!
Hold on. We gotta put on our oven mitts because we don't want to burn our hands.
Good advice. But you want to know something? The oven wasn't even on at that point. The brownies had already been cooked a while ago. Yes, as surprising as this may seem, the scene is actually scripted. Even the beeper going off.
Smells good.
Yeah, here's your stupid brownies, dipshit. I hope you choke on them. Why is he showing them to us like we've offended him? We didn't do anything. We're just watching the show. Oh, right. So at this point, it's gotten pretty late, so my sister's gone to bed. As a result, she won't appear again, and that wasn't planned at the time. So we had to change the script so only me and Tom would be featured from this point on.
And voila! There's our brownies. When they cool down, you cut them into individual servings and share them with your friends.
Yeah, friends. We all have those, don't we?
Just be sure to let the adults do the actual cutting. If you're not careful, you could actually cut yourself.
Does anyone need a Band-Aid?
Proceeds to bring the largest Band-Aid we have in the house. I don't know why, but back then I always used those giant Band-Aids instead of the normal-sized ones. Even if it was just a small cut on my finger.
No, but thanks.
Okay.
Wow, I actually seem sad about that. Could it be that I finally learned how acting worked? No.
Remember, if there are leftovers that you don't want to eat, wrap them up and put them in the fridge for later.
Just not for 2 months, or it may come to life and try to kill you.
That was always my plan, but the aluminum foiled my plan.
I don't even have a response anymore. These are like the pinnacle of dad jokes. You can't help but roll your eyes. They're just so bad. Then again, I wrote an entire episode of a series that was mostly just corn puns, so I'm not any better. Okay, at least the live studio audience gets it now. Enough of the dad jokes, Dad. There are only so many you can fit into one episode. If you had any more, the world wouldn't be able to handle it. You'll be the cause of the end times. I hope you understand that.
Well, that's the time we have for today. I'd like to thank my brother and my sister,
who will never be seen again and was found dead the next day.
remember, eat lots of fruits and vegetables. My mom told me to say that.
I'll let you in on a little secret, guys. No, she didn't. Mom wasn't involved in this at all. Dad just added it to the script because he thought it would be funny. And it was mildly amusing, so there's that.
See you next time on What's Cooking?
How adorable. But that's not the end, because we still have the gag reel to look at.
Thank you and welcome to another exciting episode of What's Cooking. Today we're going to be making chocolate brownies with chocolate.
Okay, considering the quality most of the takes you left in, that wasn't bad until you started laughing. That's on you, Dad.
Remember to preheat the oven for 350 degrees. Remember, always preheat the oven for 350 degrees.
No matter what you're cooking. Always 350 degrees.
Action.
What kind of chocolate things do you like?
I like chocolate Hershey bars with caramel in them.
Oh, so you actually got it right there. Fucking candy in it. What the hell were you talking about?
And I like chocolate chip cookies and chocolate milk and chocolate.
Well, chocolate by itself is a thing, so it's not too far off.
We're making chocolate brownies with chocolate.
Did I really just say aw whenever I forgot something or made a mistake? Maybe I should keep doing that. That would be pretty funny.
We're making chocolate cream.
Again? Really? Stop!
Today we're going to be making chocolate brownies with chocolate cream cheese brownies. Remember, eat lots of fruits and vegetables. My mom told me to say that. See you next time on What's Cooking?
Oh yeah, I should have mentioned, we didn't actually say anything here. We were told to just mouth our words and do hand gestures.
Yeah!
Yeah. Thank goodness they didn't show this in middle school. I would have been bullied by everyone. If I wasn't already. But yeah, that's What's Cooking with Tom. My family members still quote it to this day. We've taunted Tom about I Am Now and chocolate, cream cheese frosting a lot, in an endearing way. But it was fun looking back at this and seeing how stupid we were as kids. It was fun to make, and we still have fun watching it to this day. It's a part of my childhood that I'm glad was preserved. Because in the end, we all grow up and we lose the innocence and, for some of us, the stupidity that we had when we were young. We wish that we could just go back to that time when things were simpler, not as stressful. And recording it like this and putting it on a DVD, it's like capturing that moment in time. I wish most of the videos I made when I was that young were preserved like this, but unfortunately our Windows XP, which had them, ended up breaking and my mom gave it away. So they're most definitely long gone by now. But despite that, I'm happy this was at least preserved. We got to laugh and look back at the memories of making it, as well as the final product itself. For a project that was meant to be a simple tutorial for the class, it turned out to be much more than that. It was an experience, and a slice of what life in 2009 was like. Now, I know what you're probably wondering. What happened to the brownies from this episode? Well, luckily for you, I know the answer. Alongside the brownies made in this episode, my parents decided to make some brownies from a brownie mix so that the students could compare them. On the day that video was shown in class, my brother brought both containers to school, and when he came home, there was still a decent amount left, so I guess either his class was small or the students just didn't like brownies. Or my brother just gave everyone really small servings so he could hog the rest for himself. I've tried both myself, and I don't remember which one I preferred, but I think it might have been the mixed ones, so don't tell my parents. Okay, so remember when I said I'd be making more than just this video to commemorate the occasion? Well, now I'll get into what I mean. This is the first of 3 videos I will post about this topic. The second will be an edited down version of the original, where the copyrighted content is removed and my sister is censored out, because again, she does not want her face to be shown online. The third video is going to be a remake of the original. I want it to be somewhat accurate remake, so we bought similar looking outfits to the ones we wore in the original. My sister said she would be fine with appearing, but only if she wore an inflatable chicken outfit, which is fine by me. That's going to be the only thing that's noticeably different. Aside from our ages, I mean. I hope you look forward to seeing these videos in the future. And hey, if they do well, my brother said he'd be willing to make more episodes of the series. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed looking at this moment from my childhood as much as I have, because I've always had a blast looking back at it. It has its 2000s homemade charm, so the enjoyment has been ironic for the most part. But at the same time, it reminds me of a time when I didn't have to think about the stresses of life, like taxes, getting a job, or dealing with crappy college classes. And that enjoyment, that's real. Again, I wish most of my other videos from that age were still around so I could show them, but I just have to accept the fact that they're gone. Except for that one video. But no, I won't do that. Unless